educational consultant, and a profound educator, a well-known writer, and a lover of nature too. He has written several well-received articles on ways to boost mental wellness, all the way from Egypt, to enlighten us with his knowledge and expertise. Please join me and welcome Mr. Mohammed Isa, our next TEDx speaker. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this chance to be here. I really want to thank Dr. Federici and the organizers. I'm so happy and grateful to share in this wonderful summit, to be a part of this great community of educators. First of all, there is a story I want to share with you. When I was teaching in a primary school, that was about 16 years ago, I had a student. His name was Sami. He was a very naughty student. No one of the teachers was able to control him. He was so naughty. He was beating all the students. He used to steal food from other students. And sometimes he say bad words to the teachers too. We didn't know what to do with him. Everyone in the school was calling him Sami the Naughty. What can I do with Sami? It's my first year to teach that year. I have two ways. First, I will neglect him, shout at him, let him be silent in my classes by force. Or second, I will choose the difficult way and to change his personality. At that time, I decided to make a difference and to change Sami. Yeah. I began to reverse the way he looks at himself. The first thing I did, I started to change the words that other people used when speaking with Sami. I called him Brilliant Sami. I respected him a lot and appointed him as my assistant in the classroom. He had to help me to manage the educational process inside the classroom. He was my assistant. All of the students at the beginning objected. How can Sami the Naughty be Brilliant Sami? He's beating us. I told them, no, you will see him in few days. He will be a different person. I put my trust in Sami. And Sami did his best to prove that he is a brilliant student. I gave him the responsibility to keep the classroom disciplined before I enter the class. So Sami did what? He became the quietest student in the classroom, because if he is quiet, all the classroom will be quiet. He was responsible for checking that all the students have done their homework. So he was the first one to do his homework. He can't ask the students to do the homework and he didn't do it. As step by step, Sami started to change. Sami started to be a different person. In a few weeks, Sami became Brilliant Sami. I remember the day when his father came to the school to thank me and the administration that his son is completely changed and became a better person. 17 years. And still, I remember Sami and his story. because I learned a lot from this story. I learned that we are teachers. We should be so proud to be teachers. We teach the world to be like what we teach. We should be so proud because we are growing the seeds of knowledge and love in the hearts of new generations around the globe. We teachers are real fighters. We fight against wars, racism, hatred, and pollution. We fight to keep our world safe and healthy. Yes, I'm so proud to be one of you teachers who spend their lives in the classroom burning like a candle to enlighten the souls of our children, our future. 14 years ago, I was trapped in my house because of the pandemic. I thought it will be the end of the human civilization. I brought food, lots of food. I stayed home and I waited for the day that I will see nobody in the streets until I see one thing that gives me hope. I saw my fellow teachers using all technical means to reach the students and teach them at home. Teaching is a word that can change a whole world, a word that can save lives and build communities. Teaching is our only hope to create a future for the new generations. We are all humans. We are all facing the same problems. We are all like one soul in different bodies. That's why we have to think and care about our world as if we are thinking and caring about our own families, ourselves. Don't think that India is far away from Egypt, or Egypt is far away from Finland, or Finland is far away from the United States of America. We are all one family. We are all live in the same house. Education is our global tool to have a real global wellness. What does the world need from the educational system after COVID-19? How can we change the whole world by education? How can educators make our world a better place to live in? How can we change the strategies of teaching to be more effective on the future? Teachers are not like CDs. Teachers are not like CDs. No. We are changing the students' hearts, changing the future of the world by our words. How can a small change in our curricula help the world to survive after the pandemic? How can international education help the world to be happier and healthy? We need education to unite our world. UNESCO and the United Nations should work to establish one world educational system. Yes, one world educational system. One world educational system that can help us all to live in peace and prosperity. We can begin with a universal subject. Just one universal subject that can be taught in all different languages to teach universal principles of peace and love to our children. I want you to imagine with me that one day all schools in the world are teaching one subject from one book, one universal book with different languages. This is a real power that can make a really change to our globe in few years. Students who are in grade 1 today, after 16 years, will be in the streets building new countries, new future to the world. And then after 30 years will be leaders. All schools in the world work in harmony with one plan and similar objectives to teach our students to stop pollution and keep our environment clean and safe. We have lots of challenges that threaten the existence of our future on Earth, and our only hope is to work together to face our destiny by education. Online learning platforms, social media, and all other means can be good tools to establish one educational system for one world, one family. Thank you so much.
I think we can all relate to the story of Sammy, as we have one in our class and our school. That was a very profound message to all the educators from you, Mr. Mohammed Isa. Teaching is the only hope for creating better students and a better world. This statement of yours will remain with us for a very long time. Your concern for world peace resonates with all of us. Your thoughtful questions have put our educators into a pensive mode on how they can all contribute together as one family to create a beautiful world. Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed Isa, for the presentation. Please accept a token of gratitude from
Thank you.
all our side. Our next SEDEC